Namaskar, this is a video demonstration of our patient caries risk monitoring system mobile app Sudanta. Compliance at home to doctors or dentist instruction is always questionable. So this app is basically designed to help the doctor monitor the home care, what happens at home of the patient, and also help him guide to recover his oral health. There are two components in this. One is a mobile interface, which is with the patient in form of app, and another one is administrative interface, which is a desktop application. Now to start with, we activate the icon and we get in the login page, that is administrator, that is the doctor's interface, which has it at clinic. I enter the login details, and when we sign in, we get this simple interface which shows name of the patient and the details of the patient whom monitoring is happening. Now we have to select any one of these login details, especially the account details, account number, and when we enter the account number, we will be able to get more intricate details about what he is performing in terms of oral hygiene at home. For example, this is 4797. When we activate this, we get this patient Savanth, and when we open this, we already have two observation periods for this individual. And now when you open this, you can see what he is doing in a period of 4 to 5 months in form of two graphs. The lower one shows the sugar exposure, the red zone is a high risk zone, and the upper one, which I'm showing now, is a brushing. We intend to monitor the sugar exposure and the brushing score in the long term, because these two parameters are the critical elements which helps us to understand the oral hygiene at home. This is a period monitor. We can select which period, which month specifically his performance, and you also get in a so this thing can be easily captured as JPEG and saved and sent to the patient via WhatsApp on a monthly basis. So patient also is alert. So this way we can save this data in the computer and later send it to patient. You get this kind of graphical output, and when you want a period output that is stretched over 5-6 months, this also can be sent as a report card to the patient so that he can tune and tune better. This is the report card of his oral hygiene maintenance spread over 6 months, which can be easily WhatsApp to him. Also, and printout can be given. The first step is to create an account. So you have to log into the Sudanta application, desktop application, open up a new account details, enter the proposed name of in the application, ID and other details. And once you enter, in this case we are setting it in my name, dummy PTK21, and I'm giving a password ABCD, and let's see, after this we have to save it. We open the old patient register and enter the details, that is the login ID details, account number. You get the person whom you have created a new account. In this, we have to create the observation period. For that, with this icon, we can set the observation period for whatever duration you want. It can be 2 months, 4 months or 6 months. For example, this is a dummy, so I'm keeping it a 2 months range, where I'm setting the start date and the end date in format of month and a year, and we confirm it. When we go back and reopen this, now you can see the login details. When we enter it, you can see the observation period has been created. Now the patient can use this application. After the end of the observation period, we have to recreate for a new observation period for him to use it. So when you open the observation period, you can see the brushing and the sugar exposure graphs are ready and awaiting for the inputs of the patient using the mobile app. As of now, everything is set under 0. This is a reference we'll be using to see what happens after a patient data is received. A mobile application with the parent or the patient is used to receive the data on a day-to-day basis, where the patient enters every day. The Sudanta app icon looks like this, and when we log in, you get this form of interface. In this case, it's my clinic's name, where the login details which we had entered the thing in the desktop application can be used to enter. In this case, TK12 and ABCD. So when he logins, he'll be getting this dashboard. In this dashboard, you can see clearly the sugar dial and a brushing dial, and he can use the underneath buttons to enter the score. In this case, first thing, you can change the color also, whatever is suitable to the user. In this case, for example, it's flamingo pink, and we are going back to clinical blue. Now we can set the audio settings, which is on, because after entry of every data, you will be getting an audio feedback in a language Hindi and English. So for example, in this case, visiting English. You can keep a daily alarm, say 10 o'clock night. So that can be used to remind the patient to enter the data on a day-to-day basis. So in this case, we'll keep it at say 10 p.m. and save it. Now, for example, today his exposure entry has to be done. So he can give today's sugar exposure, say as 3, and today's brushing score, they're having done 2 brushings, that's morning and evening, he gives it as 2. And once you submit this, you have a visible score and details presented, and also an audible prompt from voice, that is my voice, can also be received. For example, I'll show you in one more case scenario. In this, audio is not heard. Say in this case, we set it as 3 and brushing score to be 1. Okay, and now after submitting this, you immediately have
excellent. Try repeating it tomorrow. Excess sugar exposure advised control.
So this audio-visual feedback from the application greatly motivates the individual, particularly the child. The doctor is observing, and the patient is also prompt in performing the brushing act. So now we go to the desktop act to see what happens to the graph on receiving this data from mobile application. So when you open the particulars of this patient, in this case scenario, and see the observation, you can clearly see the data has been received. In this case, in the period graph, that is this month, you can see 3 days data has been received. That is 2 days passed from today, and today's data can be entered successfully. These are the basic functions of the mobile and desktop applications of Sudanta patient monitoring system, which we are trying to present today.